Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV here with the ghost. You really see him down below me, my guy, Frank Martin. Frank, what's up, man?
Man, what's up, man? I'm good to be on the show.
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen you, brother. Uh, Not that long, but a little bit longer than we like it to be, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. We back now though, so you
Act
know.
like you never left. December 6th, going up against Bartholomew. Talk to us about the matchup and how it came about.
It was just a fight that it just came about. They reached out, asked if that was a fight that I would want, and I accepted it. I agreed to it, and we here now.
New weight class. Moving up to
140.
140, moving up to 140. Uh, you seem happier already. I can see that you look a little more
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You move
yeah,
around a
yeah.
little bit more. Talk to us about the move to 140 and what you think it means for you going forward.
Man, I went to 140. I feel like I'm gonna be more comfortable at 140 as an amateur. I fought 141, so the goal was to go to 35, accomplish some stuff there, and then move up. Weight was getting a little tough for me to make, so I just went on ahead and moved up to 140 now, and I'm gonna just start all the goals. I'm gonna reset them and accomplish them at 140.
Okay. Coaching change. I know uh Derek James out. Still friendly, still amicable, right? Everything's still good to go with Derek.
Yeah,
How's he
yeah,
been?
yeah.
Have you talked to him lately?
Yeah, man, I had went to the fights. I had checked out the fights. When Vergil and Lubin, I had went to those fights, and
Okay.
man, I was trying to get through or whatever to sit down and stuff, and I actually had walked past him. One of my people had told me I had walked past Derek, but when we was going through, they was trying to like take me to my seat, but I didn't even see it, so I ended up calling them like, "Damn, D, I didn't know I walked past you or whatever." We were supposed to link up, but we ain't end up linking that night at the fight. But everything mutual, everything all good. Man, I ain't gonna cap. All these fights that's going on right now, a lot of them that's coming up, they all good fights. It ain't like a fight really that's coming up that we just gonna be like, oh, this dude is gonna wash this dude. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fights that's getting put on right now, some good fights.
You know, when we talk about that, I mean, that makes me want to revisit a fight that just happened. Uh, didn't expect it to be a wash, but Erickson Lubin versus Vergil Ortiz Jr. for all intents and purposes was exactly that. You were in the house. What were your first impressions, or what were your impressions when you watched Vergil and Lubin fight?
Man, I didn't think the fight was gonna end that early. I thought, I think Lubin was is a all around good fighter. He could box, he could punch. Uh, I didn't expect it to go like that. Shit, Virgil got him up out of there earlier. He made the night an early night. I did an interview that night, and I was just like, shit, them ropes ain't our goddamn friend. Stay off them motherfuckers.
And he admitted that. He admitted, man, I went back to a bad habit, languishing on the ropes. And versus a power puncher like Vergil Ortiz, that's a recipe for disaster, huh?
Yeah, yeah, them ropes, man. But at the end of the day, I didn't expect that fight to go like that. I thought it was gonna be actually like real good fight. Virgil went in there, got the job done early, so it's one of them things we don't even. He got it done so early that we don't know what that fight could have been.
Then
But
Boots hopped in. Virgil and Boots, a better fight. What do you think about those two?
man, damn, that's
Tough.
a fight right there.
It's a good fight,
That's
right?
Hey, that's a fight right there. We got to see like Ennis Boost could fight. He could fight. He could fight his ass off. He could do everything. He could punch. He's slick. He could do a lot. The thing is though, actually being able to fight another fighter that can actually punch and who gonna hit you with those big shots is all about like is he gonna be able to take those from a big puncher like Virgil? It's a good fight. They styles is a clash. That's a crazy clash style fight. Um, Shit, if Boots could take, we already see, but we seen Boots get hit with real big shots and stuff like that. We see that he could take them. I don't know though, man. He ain't. I feel like he ain't got hit by clean by a puncher like Virgil. So, but we train for, we have game plans for certain different fighters. His defense might be immaculate the night that he fight Virgil. It might not be. We don't know.
We got to wait and see. And lastly,
Good fight.
ex-opponent Tank Davis was supposed to be fighting against Jake Paul. Falls out of the fight with Jake Paul. Jake Paul goes big game hunting and calls out AJ. Looks like Jake
Yeah,
Paul and AJ may be getting together sometime late December, mid-December. If that actually does happen, what do you think about that fight and what happens?
that's a whole flip flop. That's a whole like
Yeah, right.
they didn't switch the
Flip
game up.
flop it.
You went from like a lightweight big puncher, then you went to a heavyweight big puncher.
Hmm.
You know, shit. That's hey, that's tough. That's a tough task right there. Cause now it's more of a. I mean, it's still. You know what I'm saying. You got a boxer. Um, far a smaller guy who could punch real hard, but Jake was the bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, Tank is a boxer. I consider Jake now, I wouldn't consider him like a YouTube fighter no more.
Right.
I feel like he put in the time, he gotten better throughout like all his fights. Like he done got better throughout all those fights. But it's still like when you fighting like fighters who actually like done it for like their whole life, it's a little different. Even with me, I got into the sport late, so uh some guys just be ahead with skill and stuff like that sometimes. So it's just one of them things where like these are two real fighters, outside like specialists. This ain't UFC, it ain't it's like two boxers. All they do is work, their hands and stuff. So hey man. Hey man, say man. That he a heavyweight.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
he a heavyweight. So
They
we
have
gonna
to weigh
see.
them shots. He knocked Ngannou into the next month. Straight
Yeah,
up.
we gonna see. But I definitely get Jake like a lot of I give him a lot of claps for all the work that he's put in and what he's doing for the sport. You know what
Definitely.
I'm saying? So,
Definitely.
if that fight happened, it'll be a good money fight. It'll be a good money fight. But that's a tough task for, what I'm saying, Jake going to get that big ass heavyweight AJ. I know AJ personally, so that's a tough task, and that motherfucker could punch.
Derek James is out. I've been hearing that you've been working with Buddy McGurt. I even seen a video of you working with Buddy McGurt. What's the process on that? And is he officially in now or what?
Yeah. Nah, me and Buddy locked in. We locked in. He out here in Dallas with me right now. We training and we building. We working on everything we need to work on for the fight with Rances. Me and Buddy click well. So I'm looking forward to working with him.
Talk
And
to me.
showing him how, what I'm saying, when it's fight night, how we gonna do everything, and when we in that corner, how everything he tell me, it's gonna work.
Absolutely. And talk to us about the addition of Buddy McGurt. What do you think is added to your game that you maybe were missing a little bit before?
I mean one thing I could say, training with Derek, I learned a lot. At the end of the day, Derek a teacher. I learned a lot from Derek, as far as defensive, like defense on the defensive side and all of that stuff, and just knowing a lot of different tactics. Derek put me up on game on some of that stuff. With Buddy, it's more. I feel like Buddy just adding a little bit of like my athleticism, working with me on using my athleticism and a lot of different other things, just things that I'm naturally good at, just polishing them up and let me be me, like while I'm in that ring, and just making sure I'm sharp when I'm doing it. But moral of all of it, just let me be me and be comfortable while I'm in the ring.
Time to get back in the ring. San Antonio, the card is amazing. Have you looked at the whole card?
Yeah, no, that's a solid card. That's a real good card.
Unbelievable card, man. You got Janabek and Lara on there. Talk to us about that matchup. How excited are you to be fighting around there? And are you going to be able, do you think, to get to your seat quick enough to watch that?
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be able to get there, man. To be honest, like it may sound crazy, but I know about Lara. right? I'm hearing that the guy that he fighting is a dog. I'm hearing he good. But believe it or not, I haven't seen the guy fight. I haven't. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. But I don't recall like seeing him fight. And I just found out that like Buddy used to train him or something like that. And he wasn't even the one who told me, but I haven't seen the guy fight. But I would keep hearing it's gonna be a good fight, like the dude, the beast.
Switch hitter, uh, one of the most skilled guys I think that we have in the game right now, as far as converting defense into offense. Um, Knows how to put his shots together and knows how to place his shots well. I think you're gonna be pretty impressed about. You go back and look at his highlights. I think you might be impressed about his skill in the ring. But going up against Lara, another guy that's no slouch either.
Man, I'm gonna check him out when we get like when I'm done with the cars and stuff. I'm gonna go and check dude out and actually tune in, like and see what see what he working with. Cause I never watched him, but I'm gonna watch him now.
Oh man, dude is smooth. Um, and on that card also you got Stephen Fulton Jr. and Shockey Foster going at it. Two
Oh,
champions. You got Stephen Fulton moving up to try to take Shock's title. What do you think about those two getting together?
that's a good fight. That's a good fight right there. Even with the styles, both they got both. I wouldn't say similar styles. Mm, I wouldn't say similar styles. I think that's a good fight right there. It's a good matchup. Uh, I mm, that's a good matchup.
Either
I
way,
like that
right?
matchup.
Either way fight on that, right?
Yeah, I like that fight. That's a good
Definitely.
matchup.
Well, Frank, we thank you, man, for your time. As usual, man, it's always good to get a chance to chop it up with you, my guy.
So
Uh, Lastly, for me, what do you want to say to all the fight fans that have been down with you, man, and that have been waiting and waiting? You're probably one of the most asked about fighters when I talk to the fans at the fights.
yeah, man, I just want to say y'all sorry for the wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be back. I'm gonna go out there and put on the show, man. Y'all ain't seen me in a while. I know a lot of people question like how I'm gonna come back and how I'm gonna be after, coming back from taking a loss. Just know, man, y'all finna see a different version of me and shit, it's gonna be a version y'all gonna fall in love with. So I'm looking forward to going out here y'all and showing y'all what I've been working on this long layoff that I didn't have. Y'all stay tuned in with me. The wait over, I'm back now. So see y'all December 6th.
Awesome, bro. December 6th, Frank the Ghost Martin back in action versus Bartholomew. Everybody tune in to the matchup. And if you can, go ahead and attend the fight. This is Marcus Hayes with Fight Hub TV with my guy, Frank Martin. Frank, as usual, thank you, brother. We'll see you later.
All right, now peace.